Welcome to Texting Tuesday. Today's text script to help you get more real estate clients is what I call the reverse psychology script. This is a script that I have shared in the past. We haven't used this one in a while, and so it's time to dust it off, take it off the shelf, blow the dust off of it a little bit, and put it back to good use to get me and you some client opportunities, to get you into conversation with potential clients. I need a huge favor from you before we get started. If you're watching on Facebook, do me a favor and smash the like or even the heart button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you, number one, have subscribed to the channel if you haven't already done so. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Number two, smash the bell so you're notified of new live sessions like our Texting Tuesdays and free coaching Fridays. And number three, hit the like button on today's video training. And if you're watching on LinkedIn, hit the light bulb or the like button as well. I want to ask a question to get some engagement going, to get some conversations going, some comments, to hack the algorithms a little bit. But before I do that, I want to highlight some great resources for you that you'll find above or below the description. And in fact, one of the best things you can do right now is get signed up with a free trial with Street Text. And I'm going to actually pull back the curtains a little bit today on my Street Text account and show you some of the active campaigns that we have running and how we can help you implement those for your business. Before we do that, though, before we dive in and dig in, a question. So I need your engagement below. I need you to comment below. Yes or no, Y or N, whatever you prefer. Yes or no, Y or N. Are you currently running any paid marketing? Are you currently, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Google, do you have any ads live currently running? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any ads, any ad campaigns, any marketing currently live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or on Google Ads, the Google ad platform? So we have a yes. Edward says yes. Chuck says no. Keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming. Roy says yes. Good, good, good. Yes, yes, no. Okay. Well, whatever, regardless of how you answered that question, and keep those coming. Keep those coming, yes or no. I'm going to highly recommend that you check out Street Text, and you can get a free trial when you go to growwithjosh.com/ST. And when you use that link, which is my affiliate link, we have put together some amazing free bonuses and resources, templates, scripts, even a full training module on how you can generate an endless supply of seller leads for free with their platform. Okay. You have to pay for their platform, but as far as generating the leads, we'll show you how you can do that absolutely for free. Growwithjosh.com/ST. When you use that link, make sure you email Mike at growwithjosh.com, and we will hook you up with those bonuses. So before we get into today's script, the reverse psychology script, and some different ways that we can use that script, I'm going to give you two variations that are killer. Before we get into that, I did want to share, just because I like to share what's working and what we're doing now in my own personal production, in my own practice. And so I thought I just got my Street Text account here. Also, I wanted to demonstrate I do what I recommend, right? We're doing what we recommend for all of you. So right now, the primary campaigns we have for top of pipeline or top of funnel lead generation is a downsizing offer. Okay, a downsizing offer, and I'll show you the ad in a minute, with a couple of different variations as far as images. And then we've got one for our cash offer. So let me show you real quick. I'll show you the ads. And I'm going to open a couple of these because it's going to take a minute to load, because anytime I'm live streaming while trying to open those up, it takes a minute. Now, while these are opening up, let me mention to you, I just want to throw this out there. If you use my affiliate link below and you'd like help setting any of this up, we are happy to do that. And I want to take that a step farther. If you would like to partner together with me in my organization, where we can actually build out your pipeline for you so you can start taking listings in your preferred markets, in your preferred neighborhoods, then we should chat, and you should schedule a time at growwithjosh.com/chat. Schedule a time to chat about how we can partner together and we can actually implement, we can transplant these kind of campaigns into your business and help you build a pipeline of listings in the specific neighborhoods and in your market area. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these live ads and what they look like. If we could bring you a strong cash offer that would also allow you to move whenever you're ready, would you sell your home? Find out the cash value in today's hot market. Now, one of the agents in my organization, in my sales organization, a woman by the name of Allison, she's in New Jersey. She recently took and sold 4 listings in the last 90 days. 4 listings in the last 90 days from this very campaign. And in fact, a couple of weeks ago on our free Coaching Friday sessions, which you can find in the App Store. You can find in the App Store my podcast. It looks like that right there. You can find in the App Store, or you can find the replays on my YouTube channel or even in the Facebook group. Allison breaks down her exact process for how she's doing that, how she's taking someone from cold lead to listed and sold. Soup to nuts, everything you need. And if you'd like to dive into how we can partner together to help you do the same, because that's exactly what we're doing with Allison. We are partnered together. We built it out for her. And she's the one, she's actually the one doing the work as far as what happens after new leads come through. But if you'd like to chat about that, go to growwithjosh.com/chat. So that's one example. And then I've got 2 variations of the same ad. And the only difference is the image. Looking to downsize your home, but not your lifestyle? Get a list of beautiful turnkey homes with a smaller footprint, no stairs, and less maintenance sent directly to you instantly. That's one. And you can see it's getting engagement. Here's another variation of it, just a different image. Everything else is exactly the same. That's what's working for me right now as far as cold lead generation ads. And it's driving a lot of opportunities and business for me and for folks in my sales organization. Okay, now we are going to pivot. We are going to pivot around and get into today's script, today's template, which is what I call the reverse psychology script. Okay, and you'll see why I call that in a minute. And there's 2 ways, 2 examples that I'm going to show you, but the framework of it you can use in lots of different ways. It's basically a 2-part framework, or a 2-part, 2-part sort of framework or blueprint, let's call it, that you can implement and find other variations of how you could use this in your business. Okay, so first and foremost, we've got to pull up a segment of my database. You know what? I'm going to close out some of these. And I'm gonna have to reboot my computer because it's a little slow today. So I'm gonna select prospect, new lead, and I'm gonna select buyer, and I'm gonna say has phone and subscribed to text, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply filters, and that'll take a minute to load up. So the script is you're probably familiar with the concept of reverse psychology. The other way this is kind of working is it's almost like takeaway selling as well. The way the script is sort of the way we structure these scripts. Okay, so I've got a big list here. I'm going to go a little bit older in the database because we have some things that are more aggressively working on the front end, on the newer ones. And then we also have a variation. As I mentioned, we have a variation for the buyer side and a variation for the seller side. And I'm going to show you both. Now, while this is loading, this is a great time for me to let you know, as we do every single week, each and every week, after these live sessions, my guy Mike puts together a Google Doc with all of the scripts, templates, resources, etc. mentioned on Texting Tuesday. And we're happy to send that to you. All you have to do is comment below. And today, what I want you to comment is simply the letters RP. RP for reverse psychology. RP. Comment below RP. And once we've got this pulled together for you, which takes Mike, an hour or so after the session, we will send over the scripts, templates, resources, everything you need to execute on what we're sharing today. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this grouping here, and we're going to send mass text. And I'm going to say, I know you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you are ready, do you have a home you'd need to sell first? No? Thanks. Okay. So I know you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you do, buy your next home, let's say, do you have, I don't know if I'm trying to make this more concise. I know you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you are, do you have a home you'd need to sell first? Okay. Okay. Now, I want to illustrate a few things before I hit send here. Number one, the framework. Okay. I know you may not be ready to buy right now. So it's kind of like that takeaway reverse psychology concept. But when you are ready, and then asking a question. So it's a takeaway or reverse psychology and then asking a question. And I'm going to give you another example, as I mentioned, specifically on the seller or listing side in just a minute. Okay. The other thing I want to illustrate with this is, as you saw me do right here live, unfiltered, when you use a script like this, you should always read it out loud to yourself. Read it out loud so you can hear how it sounds, because you want to hear what it will sound like in their brain as well, right? So one last time, I know you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you are, do you have a home that you need to sell first? Okay. One last thing I will emphasize here. This is also using what's called in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which I am not a trained practitioner on any level, but I know this much. By embedding buy right now, it's actually an embedded command, right? So even though we're saying you may not be ready to buy right now, it's kind of like an embedded command that you're telling them, oh, you're ready to buy right now? All right, so I'm going to save that. I'm going to copy that. And we'll send a couple of batches here. And oh, by the way, while I'm working through this, you could, maybe even should send this as a video message by email or text message if you have the ability to do so. And the script would be the same. Hey, it's Josh Schoenly with eXp Realty and Nexa Mortgage. I know that you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you are ready, when you find that perfect home for you and your family, do you have a home you'd need to sell first? If you could let me know either way, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. That's it. That's the video. That's the video. I should have actually recorded that and done that because that was pretty good. So I'm going to select my next batch here. Select a couple of these because I'm not sure why that one's not showing as active, because Linda definitely is an active lead. So I'm going to hear. The other thing I could do, like little things like first, spelling first that way instead of FIRST. I'm going to send that. We'll send one more grouping, and then I'll show you how we would tweak that. How we can tweak that for an email script, and then we're going to flip the script and go on the seller side. So bear with me here as this takes a bit. Okay, we're going to let that rip there, and then we're going to send an email with this same concept, but I'll show you how I would sort of structure it and break it up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to go to all marketing. And we're going to do schedule mass email. Schedule email. We'll choose that. We'll choose 11. Do you? You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Hey, starting to get some responses already. Not very by it, but when you are, do you have a home you need to sell first? If you would, please let me know either way. Thanks, Josh. And then I'm going to have my agent signature. So very simply, I know you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you are, do you have a home? But when you do find your ideal home, you have a home you need to sell first. Okay. And I'm just going to go just curious for the subject line. So subject line, just curious. I know you may not be ready to buy right now, but when you do find your ideal home, do you have a home you need to sell first? If you would, please let me know either way. There you have it. There you have it. I'm going to schedule that out. I just want to make sure that I've got the right list that I'm sending it to. I can tell by the number count. Okay, so that's right. Now I'm going to go back to my smart CRM. And we're going to do the seller script. As that's loading, I want to mention again, if you would like the Google Doc that we're going to put together, and we do this every week with all the scripts, templates, resources, etc., you need to execute on this script and utilize here. All you have to do is comment below, wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, if you're watching live or after the fact, comment below RP. Just the letters RP. The letters RP, comment below RP. If you comment below and you don't receive it within 24 hours, just email my guy, Mike at growwithjosh.com. Mike at growwithjosh.com. Okay, so we're going to go back here. We're going to filter. We're going to go prospect, new lead. We're going to go seller, has phone, subscribe to text. So I'm going to show you how we're going to flip. We're going to use the same framework and the same principles of the reverse psychology script, but a slightly different, a different variation, more catered towards sellers and potential listings. We're getting a bunch of responses. So yes, Shelby said. No, I do not. No, a lot of no's. And as you know, this is something that I haven't said in a while, but it bears repeating. When you use scripts like this, one of the sort of hidden benefits is that you will clean up your database, right? You'll be able to remove and clean up so that you're not bothering people that A, aren't interested, and B, will never be your client or may never be your client. Okay. So I'm going to select. We're going to say, I know you may not be ready to sell right now. Notice that embedded command again. But when you are ready to make a move, will you be trading up, quote unquote, or right sizing? Okay, thanks. josh.schoenly, EXP Realty, and Nexa. There you have it. Okay. I know you may not be ready to sell right now, but when you are ready to make a move, will you be trading up or right sizing? Okay. Could say downsizing. Right sizing is what I chose to go with there. And there you have it. So this is stuff that works. How do I know it works? Well, it works for me every week, and every time we do these, it creates conversation opportunities that I wasn't already having, and it's working for those that are using it. For example, we got an unsolicited email last week from Nancy, and her last name Nancy Sebastian maybe, and she said that she had gotten a listing appointment from the script that we used 2 weeks ago. Okay, so this stuff works if you work, and if you do the work, right? I'm going to send this to one other grouping here while I'm still thinking of it. If you would like all of these scripts, the templates, the resources, etc., all I need you to do is comment below the letters, the 2 letters RP. Comment below the 2 letters RP, and we will get you that information and those details. And if you would like to chat about how we can partner together and we can build out systems and pipelines for you so you can start taking more listings in your chosen neighborhoods, in your chosen market, then we should chat, and you should go to growwithjosh.com/chat. And those of you that jumped on late, I showed you early on, and you can go back as soon as we're done with the live session. You can go back and watch from the start. I showed early on the ad campaigns that we are using right now. I'm using right now in my local market to generate listing and multi-transaction opportunities. And one of them is the exact same campaign and pipeline that we helped one of our partners, our listing partners, Allison Rizzi in New Jersey, take and sell 4 new listings in the last 90 days. This stuff works, is my point. This stuff works if you work. Now, if you would like some help in implementing that, just schedule a time to chat. growwithjosh.com/chat. Check out the additional resources you'll find above or below in the description. Many of you have already done this, but if you haven't, comment below RP, the letters RP, so we can send you this week's scripts, templates, resources, etc., etc. And as always, if there's anything whatsoever we can do to help or support you, please don't hesitate to ask. You can comment below. You can send me a private message. You can email my guy, Mike, at growwithjosh.com, or just schedule a time to chat with me. Oh, I did it right that time. At growwithjosh.com/chat. Thanks for spending some time on a Tuesday. As soon as I hit stop here, go and use these scripts. Go and use these scripts. Get into some conversations. Strike while the iron is hot. Get into action. Happy to help any way we can. Hopefully we'll chat soon.